Hey there, welcome. For this shorter vinyasa or flow practice, no special props are needed. If you like to use a blanket or pillow to sit on, you could certainly do that. And if you like to have blocks for under your hands and a low lunge, that would be an option as well. But if you don't have any props, then that's not a problem either. Let's go ahead and begin. Find whatever is a comfortable seat for you. That may be sitting on the aforementioned blanket. It might be propping your knees up with blocks. It might be sitting cross-legged on your heels or even up against a wall. Do whatever you need to do so that the body can sit in relative ease for a short period of time. Let your eyes and face relax. The eyes might not close all the way. Maybe you just cast the gaze downward. Let your legs and seat be heavy. Feel your spine lengthening. And take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Two more just like that. And we'll start with one Om. Inhale. Now allow your awareness to come to your breathing. There's no right or wrong. There's just you and the breath. And perhaps begin to work a little bit with your breathing so that when you inhale, see if you can feel some space in your torso, your spine, chest. When you exhale, see if you can feel some softening, maybe in the jaw, maybe the shoulders, hips. Take several breaths, allowing yourself to explore the space and softening with the breath. This will be a foundational practice that will carry through the entire asana practice today. If you like a moment first to set an intention or offering for your practice, or perhaps say a personal prayer, go ahead. And then let's meet standing at the front of the mat. The feet can be very close together or up to hip width distance apart, however you feel most stable. Let's bring hands to heart center. Press down through the feet, lift up on the kneecaps, lift through the belly, lift through the sternum, lift the base of the skull. Let your shoulders be heavy, sitting bones heavy. May all beings everywhere benefit from our practice together today. Om Shanti. On an inhale, reach forward and up overhead. And we'll start to move here. This first sun salutation will go slowly. Plenty of movement, plenty of time to feel some space with the inhales, and plenty of time for softening with the exhalation. You could side bend, you could twist, you could arch or round. Let's take one more breath here. Maybe reach up tall. On the exhale, bend the knees and fold forward, Uttanasana. Knees can be quite generously bent here. And you could bring some movement. That might be just in the head. It might be in the torso. It might be in the legs. Bending the knees until your hands touch either the mat or blocks. We'll step the left foot back, lowering the left knee, sinking the hips, pulling the shoulders back, chest forward. You could move here. You might move through the head. You might rock a little side to side. You might exhale out the mouth. See if you can soften. And then let's place the hands down, step back to plank pose. Your plank could be on your knees or on your toes. Ears are in line with shoulders, shoulders in line with hips, hips in line with knees. Breathe in. Exhale, engage the belly, float the knees down, pull the elbows back, chest and chin forward and down, and then relax the belly, come all the way down. Untuck the toes. You could come on your palms for cobra pose, the legs and feet quite close together. Or you could come on your forearms for the Sphinx pose. Either way, you can find some movement. Can you feel some space in the front of your body when you breathe in, stretching the belly? Can you soften your jaw, your shoulders when you exhale? One more inhale here. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, release. Press back, downward facing dog. Elbows stay in. Lift the hips, sink the chest, downward facing dog. Now, if downward facing dog is not working for you today, you could, of course, drop down to hands and knees and move through some cat-cow. If you are in downward facing dog, you could pedal your feet, you could wag your hips. Try to engage the shoulder blades away from the spine so the armpits face one another. And then let's step the left foot forward, right knee down. This could be a multi-step process. Untuck the right toes and move here in the low lunge. And if being more static or still in the pose feels like it would better suit you, that is fine as well. Regardless, where can you find some space when you breathe in and some softening when you exhale? And then we'll step the right foot forward to meet the left, Uttanasana, bent knees, fold the torso in. If you would like to bring hands to the backs of the heels, you could do so. On an inhale, come halfway up to a flat back, and exhale, release all the way down. On your next inhale, push into the feet, reach forward and up, lift the ribs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Feel your breath right there behind your thumbs. We'll move through 2 more sun salutations. We'll try to move with the breath. You, of course, may move at your own pace. I will be cueing our movements linked with the breath. If you're joining me in that, try to use the whole breath to get from one pose to the next. Exhale completely. And inhale to lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, left foot back. Breathe in. Exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Exhale, elbows in, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot front, low lunge. Exhale, left foot front, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Close the eyes, take a breath. And again, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back, low lunge. Exhale, left foot back, plank pose. Breathe in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, right foot front. Exhale, left foot front. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Feel your breath right there behind your thumbs. On your next inhale, let's lift the arms up again. Exhale, engage the belly, fold forward, Uttanasana. Stay here for a breath. Imagine your spine decompressing. You can, of course, have bent knees. And then let's place both hands down. Step the left foot back, lowering the knee, untucking the toes. You could, of course, have hands on blocks here if you like. You could stay low, or you could lift the upper body, bringing the hands to the front knee or thigh, or to heart center. Or if you'd like to move into monkey pose, you could take the arms overhead, hands clasped, index fingers released for Kali Mudra. And you could bring some movement regardless of where your arms and torso are. Pressing into the right heel. Where can you find some space when you breathe in? Can you find that space in your chest and belly? Can you soften your jaw and shoulders when you breathe out? On an exhale, we'll meet with the hands down on the mat and then step back to plank pose. Ears in line with shoulders, hips, and knees. Press the mat away, pull the belly in and up. Breathe in. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale up, cobra pose. Shoulders stay away from the ears, downward facing dog. Exhale here. You could exhale out the mouth. Couple breaths.
You can reach the heels towards the mat if they completely touch the mat. Maybe lengthen your dog pose. You have some room to reach and stretch the backs of the legs. Armpits facing one another. Breathe in. On the exhale, step your left foot forward, right knee down, untuck the toes. And again, you could stay low. You could lift the upper body, hands coming to the front knee, maybe to the heart, maybe up overhead. You could bring movement wherever you are. Come back to your breath. Use your breath within the body. Find some space and some softening. On an exhale, both hands will come down. Step back to plank. Breathe in here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. And exhale, press back. Take a couple breaths here in downward facing dog. Now, if you feel steady and you'd like to lift your right leg up for down dog split, go ahead. You could open through the hip, keep sinking your chest though. You could bend and straighten your right leg. This could also be done from hands and knees. If the right leg is lifted, let's place that foot down and lift the left leg. Same thing. You could find some movement and opening. Take care not to let the chest shift forward. Still a downward facing dog variation, not a plank one. If the left leg is lifted, we'll place that foot down and lift the right one more time. Let's take a deep breath in, reach long. Exhale, pull the belly in, right foot front, left heel down, and come up for warrior one. Now, if you're lightheaded, like I tend to get, you can start with hands at heart center. And then if and as you like, you could bring the arms overhead, either shoulder width or palms together. Both feet are pressing down. Your weight is equally distributed between them. Sitting bones are heavy, belly's lifted. Front knee over front ankle. Where can you feel some space when you breathe in here? Where can you soften? No right or wrong answer. With your next inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Shoulder blades softening down the back, belly stays lifted, weight stays equally distributed between your feet. You could take your gaze out over the right fingertips, maybe soften the gaze, maybe close the eyes. Now, when you inhale, can you feel some space in your rib cage? Can you breathe out sideways? And then as you exhale, find a little gentle engagement in the mid and upper abdominals towards the center of the body. Breathe in. Exhale, come forward, extended side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm reaching overhead towards the front of the mat. Now it's easy to scrunch that shoulder up towards the ear. Let's pull the shoulder blade down the back. Let's roll the chest open. Press equally into both feet. It's also really easy to collapse into this right shoulder. Let's not do that either. Push into the elbow to get some space there. You could keep your gaze down You could look straight ahead of you, or if the neck allows, you could take the gaze up to the ceiling. One more breath in here. Exhale, release both hands down, step back to plank. Breathe in. Exhale, lower, elbows come straight back. Inhale, coming up, Sphinx, Cobra, or upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. You could exhale out the mouth. Any movement you like is fine. Second side, let's lift the left leg up if you feel stable and you'd like to move, that's fine. Keep pulling the shoulder blades away from the spine, sinking the chest. And if you have the left leg lifted, we'll switch and lift the right. Where can you find some space? Where can you soften? If you have the right lifted, place it down, lift the left again. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, pull the belly in, pull the left foot front, coming up, warrior one. Again, hands can be wherever feels right for you. If the arms are reaching overhead, take care that we're not pulling the shoulders up around the ears. Shoulder blades pull down. It's hard, right? It's kind of a yo-yo. We reach up and soften down. That's okay. We can do hard things. Pressing equally into both feet. Lifting through the belly. Softening in the face and shoulders. And then inhale. Exhale, open out, warrior two. You can lengthen your stance if you like, but you certainly do not have to. Do try to keep this left knee over the left ankle. Shoulder blades pull down. Let's turn the palms up on this side. Hug your ribs and chest towards your shoulder blades and hug your shoulder blades towards your ribs and chest. Can you relax your toes? Can you find that space in your rib cage with your breathing? Good. Inhale. Exhale, come forward, extended side angle. Again, keep that space on either side of your head, right? Both shoulders are moving away from the same side ear. You could take the gaze wherever feels most stable for you. Try to press equally into both feet. Maybe when you breathe in, can you feel some space in this right side of the torso? One more inhale here. Exhale, release both hands down and step back to plank. Lower the knees. This time sink your hips back, extended child's pose. You could take your knees wide if you like. You could turn your palms up if you like. You could bring your palms together and bend your elbows so the thumbs come towards the back of the neck. Now, even here, in this curled up position, where can you feel some space when you breathe in? Where can you soften when you exhale? Now you may stay right here for several more breaths or adjust your hands or arms however you like. If you would like to come into the rabbit pose on the crown of the head, you would lift the upper body, lift the hips, have knees stacked underneath the hips, and then bring the crown of the head, flat part of the head a little bit back from the hairline, to the mat by tucking the chin. And then you can extend your arms back beside you with the palms facing down. Now, eventually, the knees may come in and you might catch the heels. That can give some nice traction through the spine. But if that's not working for you today, don't worry about it. Can you relax your toes, your eyes? If you are in the rabbit pose on the crown of the head, you can break the pose either by placing the hands down and coming up, or simply by rolling back, and we'll come into a child's pose again. Could be extended with the arms overhead or traditional with the arms down beside you. If you would like to roll across the forehead, rocking your hips side to side, you could do that. And then let's all come up, lifting the upper body. We'll release the legs and come onto the back. Now, if bridge pose is for any reason contraindicated for you, doesn't work, then you could come into a legs up the wall or legs up the couch. I like legs up the couch, lets you bend your knees and take some of the strain off the low back. However, if you would like to come into a bridge pose, we'll come lying flat on the back with bent knees, flat feet. You might need to adjust your bun, ponytail a little bit. Arms come down beside you. Go ahead and roll your shoulder blades towards your spine a little bit, getting the chest nice and open. Feel your feet pressing into the mat. The entire foot on both sides, not just your inner arch, not just your toes, not just your heels. Exhale. Inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips. Now, we don't want to let the knees flop open, but they're not necessarily touching each other either. Press firmly into the feet, reach your knees away from your hips. The more you press into the heels, the more you might move your chest towards your chin, not your chin towards your chest. Relax the face. Now, on an exhale, engage the abdominals to lower with control. You'll have the opportunity to come up one more time. If your back has had it and you don't wish to come up, that's fine. You could windshield wiper your knees or hug them in towards the chest. Otherwise, come with me. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Moving the chest towards the chin, pressing into the feet, maybe wiggling the hands together and clasping them, and then getting the shoulder blades even closer to the spine. If not, that is fine. Can you feel some space in your rib cage and your belly? Can you soften your eyes and your jaw? One more breath here. On the exhale, use your abdominals to control your descent. Once your hips touch, let's hug the knees in. You could rock a little side to side, massaging the low back. Roll to one side and come up. And make sure you've got some room on your mat to extend your legs. Left leg comes long. Right foot comes in anywhere along the inside of this left leg. If you have the half lotus, you could take the half lotus. Let's inhale tall. Exhale, fold forward any amount. Now, if there's a lot of tightness in the inner thigh and the knee is pretty far up, you might like to prop up that right knee with a block or a pillow or blanket. When you inhale, see if you can feel some space in the back of the body, lengthening the spine. When you exhale, soften downward. And then on an inhale, we'll walk the hands in to lift the upper body. We'll take this right foot, place it flat on the mat. It could be inside your left knee or outside your left knee. And if you would like to fold this left foot in, you could do that. I'll demonstrate with the left leg long. Let's twist to the right. Right hand beside or behind you. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Keeping both sitting bones anchored down. And then we'll inhale to unwind. Release the right leg long. Bring the left foot in for Janu Shirshasana. So again, you could prop up your left knee. You could have your left foot anywhere along the inside of the right leg or half lotus if that is for you. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Lead with the chest. Fold forward. Don't worry about where your hands land. Let them fall where they fall, and then bring your awareness to your breathing. Use your breath to find space and to soften and let go. And then to break the pose, we'll walk the hands in to lift the upper body, placing that left foot flat on the mat. Again, it could be inside or outside the right knee, however you need to place the foot so both sitting bones stay down. Same as the other side, you could keep your right leg long as I'm going to, or you could fold it in. We'll twist to the left hand beside or behind. You can use the right hand or forearm to catch the left knee. Every inhale, a lengthening. Every exhale, a twisting. And on an inhale, unwind, release the legs, and come lying back in preparation for Shavasana or the corpse pose. You could bring some padding underneath your knees and or the back of your head if you like. Let the arms come down beside you with the palms turn up. Let your feet fall open. Take a deep breath in through the nose and then exhale out the mouth.
Bring your awareness down to your feet and allow them to completely relax. If that is challenging, try tensing your feet up and then do the opposite. And relax the ankles, the legs, hips and belly. Relax the lower back, middle back, and upper back. Relax the ribs and chest, collarbones and shoulders, arms, wrists, and hands. Relax the neck and throat, jaw and tongue, face, eyes, eyelids and eyebrows, and the space between the eyebrows. Relax the forehead and scalp. And leave the body by itself to rest. Keeping the eyes closed. Slowly begin to find your way back to the body, feeling your breath Feeling some space when you breathe in. Maybe exhaling out the mouth. You might bring some gentle movement to your fingers and toes. You could take a stretch overhead or roll to one side. As you're ready, finding your way back up to a seated position. Coming back to that use of the breath to find some space and to soften and release. And perhaps consider as you prepare to move back into your life off the mat, what you might make room for, make space for in your life. Compassion, forgiveness, and what you might let go of, a grudge, a worry, or an anger. And how might letting go help you find more space for those things which do serve you. Every breath is a reminder and an opportunity. We'll conclude with Om Shanti 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 for peace. Inhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings everywhere be free and happy, and may we be receptive to the grace that surrounds us. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. Om Shanti. See you next time.